Yeah, let's
discuss it.
I mean, some food.
You know, the guy
Help me with the matchup.
He's a smart player. Actually, my first real, I guess, long-term interaction with him was prior to Apex 2015, I believe. I had a lot of the Europeans staying at, they were staying in Brooklyn, and they came over to my apartment, and this kid came through. But, you know, SypherPhoenix, MDVA, he knows something about the shoot.
He's getting started in a strong way right there.
Yeah.
He gets a little sneaky shine. And this kid, maybe a little sleep at the wheel there. Yeah, definitely. Do you think these guys have played a lot versus shootout over the, like, SypherPhoenix?
As long as he's been around, he has to have dozens of sets.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Even if they're just casual friendlies or money matches. But
it all helps. It all helps. However, there are none quite like Shootout.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
And Diz, definitely a whole nother animal. He evens it back up with that hotline bling. Oh, another shine from Sypher. You know, we saw earlier this week at Raleigh's Thursday Melee tournament, we saw Kobo lose to Sharks in the winners finals. And then in the grand finals, he just got in there with shine, and he just didn't stop.
Yeah.
He just didn't stop. Just like that Offspring song. You just got to keep them separated. And I think, you know, the only times I've really seen Diz not in control is when he's just immediately gotten shined. But Sypher's been throwing it out there. Another one. Like, dude, if you hit, like, he hit it right there, but he got the little brother bullet.
Right.
Nana's super dead, of course. She's too dumb to recover there.
You got to throw out some of these proactive down smashes and grabs to beat out the shine spacing.
Diz certainly has his work cut out for him. He's down one stock with just the little man.
Hits him with
the. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely not as good as having two of them for sure. I'm sure anybody would tell you they'd rather have two, but
the tier list definitely dropped.
Sopo definitely a threat. And especially when you're an Ice Climbers main and you're put in the situation where you have to play Sopo so often, you just got to assume that if you're a high level like Diz, you got a great Sopo.
And also, I think
that follow-up to that up there was great. Tries to go for the bair, misses.
One of the big things with DizzkidBoogie is faith in his neutral. Like a lot of Ice Climber players, you know, they're so anxious in looking for the grab. And since he's so cautious, he's willing to throw out, I guess, a lot more off-kilter moves, things that you wouldn't expect to see. But, you know, there are good spacings, good timings. So I think that makes him a bit more of a threat with his Sopo than a lot of others.
Yeah, this certainly would be a huge upset if SypherPhoenix could pull off this first game win here. Oh, that dash. And there is a wobble from the Diz kid.
Switching to the down.
Or as I like to call him, Diz grown man. Diz grown man boogie.
Last tough situation again. Using his grounded shots.
Tight bat.
Even the throw.
Nana's gone.
No.
Maybe saved here. Invincible up B. She's super dead.
He's got to do this alone. You're a hungry man dinner. You're a bachelor for the night.
SypherPhoenix has got to be feeling the heat right now. He is up and
oh no, that's what you don't want to see though.
He is so close to victory versus one of the very best in his character. Dizzkid perfect survival DI with Lasim. Not quite sure how low Sopo would die there normally.
Resets the situation. Trying to keep his edge guard simple and clean. Gave him the ledge. Okay. Going for no.
When it comes to Sopo, it's just like that side B. You're just like, I don't want to mess with that. Let me just get you back on stage where you're an obviously worse character than I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even, you know, we see you play like Druckbox and just throw out a lot of these preemptive back airs.
Yeah. Just like go ahead and try to come in. If you must.
You're not making through.
If you must.
You're not making it through my wall.
Yeah. DizzkidBoogie is looking for the answers in that water bottle. I don't think I've seen him drop a set to a player of this level or in a while, a very, very long time. So he needs to.
Sypher kind of slept on.
Maybe. I mean, like we say with these old school players that have these like really solid fundamentals and years of matchup experience.
It's wisdom, but you also see how he's approaching with his shines.
Absolutely. He is applying exactly what I like to see in this matchup, which is a lot of drill and a lot of shine. I like to see Foxes get right in between the Ice Climbers, eliminate Nana as early as possible, and then do your work.
One-on-one.
Do your work. Yeah, do your work later because you don't want to.
This is actually what I want to see with DizzkidBoogie. I want to see him a bit more
tested,
forcing the situation, forcing him to come to you.
Absolutely.
And retreating a lot more with your in general in neutral. So we see him approaching with these shines, these drills. Wave dash back. Dash dance back. Get the grab off of that.
The blizzard led to one right there. And he gets a 0 to death, all wobble damage, it would seem.
And we see his counter pokes already with the aerial approaches. So Sypher definitely wants to stay grounded, but he's got to be cautious. He's not going to run into something that'll set up neutral for him.
Keeps getting a little unlucky here. Nana going to the same side as Popo, not getting the split effect like he wants. And they're split completely. He should try to make a move on Nana here. Diz recaptures his best girl.
And right there, he just ran into the forward tilt.
That follow-up.
Yep, nice stuff.
Excellent follow-up, desync grab stuff from Diz there. That was desync, right?
I didn't see.
I'm not familiar enough with ice climbers to really tell when they're desync. All right, DizzkidBoogie. Boogieing on down the second game. Trying to make this set come back. Trying to get back in this set. Trying to get on the board.
And now Sypher a bit more patient. Went for the handoff. Not
oh
quite.
My goodness gracious. He is looking at a quattro right now, potentially.
This man knows his BPM. He's a musician.
Yeah, Diz is not going to mess this up. Wind won't be enough to push him off the edge, unfortunately. A lot of people think that works, actually, which is a little bit disturbing.
I'm Sypher. I'm just trying to, figure out.
Get Nana out of there.
Not even there. Just this is basically a lost cause. What approaches are going to be the most beneficial? Because you see this defensive patient game that he's applied in the second round.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of Nair from him now, whereas like that drill is really crucial because Nair, I feel, if they shield, you're just right back. You're right back where you started. But now you're in their face, and you're nairing. But with drill, you can come in between the shields. There's a lot of pressure that comes from the shine. You can't really. Nair shine is a little tricky on two characters, two shields. I feel like the drill shine is way easier on two shields, two characters.
But what's going to be the best mode for him to play in to deal with this kind of pensive?
Well, we saw completely different games, the first and second game. And it's really going to depend on if even Diz is going to just stick to the plan he had this game, which he should. It worked brilliantly.
But are we going to see a laser game? Are we going to see a bit more platform action as well?
If we see SypherPhoenix with the adjustments from that last game, I feel like we will. Or we need to see, I don't know, I feel like Diz is doing a really good job of making sure he doesn't get drill shined as well. I feel like drill shine is probably the most obvious thing most people would go for. But it is very good.
He's wave dashing back and
very
just
good
grabbing it early.
Yeah.
You know, we saw a forward tilt used to shut down the approach. He did a lot better job of shutting down that, especially the grounded approach.
Have you ever seen a stream layout with less sponsors this big? You ever seen a tournament this big with less sponsors? No sponsors. Double platinum, no features. Did it by myself.
At NC style?
Yeah, I mean, there's two sponsors on this layout, and besides Recursion, and that's Super Wavecast and Super Famicom. That's me and Joe. So that's like a nice way of saying that. Ice Climbers, DizzkidBoogie, trying to set it up early, trying to get that early kill, but
I like the Yoshi's pick as well.
I do too, yes.
It's because there's less room for him to retreat.
And it's easy. It's going to be easier to get rid of Nana because she has no real survival DI off the top. If you can't get her with the shine early, at least you can rack up the percent on her and get her a little earlier that way, off the top. Side B, right back into the shield. The blizzard grab from Diz
shutting down this approach
will be enough. Yeah, the shield with the blizzard, like you come in and you hit the shield, and the blizzard it's just enough to really put you there.
And keep yourself open.
Just like you stated earlier. We need to see a lot of adjustments from SypherPhoenix as he's going to get back into the set.
That's how where Nana's going to be in with the rising up there. I like it. Not able to close it out quite yet. Diz reaching a lot here. Okay.
The big boot sends him off the stage. Sypher looking to get back in here.
I like DizzkidBoogie being a bit more patient on the top platform as well. Might have been looking for Sypher to jump up there.
Yeah, isn't that kind of funny how the Ice Climber is camping, like sort of being on the top platform and going to the top platform?
And again, you ran into my loving arms.
Wobble City. Dun, 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 dun. I am so good at this game. I am so good at this game. Remember when Court used to do that?
Yeah.
That's another
Shouts to
old.
Connecticut.
That's an old head for you.
Falling up there.
Nice. The falling bill, as we call it. Oh, the short illusion. Couldn't have been on purpose from Sypher.
I think so.
Getting up and
I
out of
think
here.
he was afraid of DizzkidBoogie following the illusion to mid stage.
Yeah,